Welcome back. And as was mentioned before the break, or conversation for this segment is a preview of the upcoming Street Art Festival 2016. And joining us for this conversation is Karen Vernon, who is the theater director at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. We're joined by Joseph Stamp-Romero, youth stage coordinator, and Brigida Haylock, the sidewalk chalk competition coordinator. Good morning and welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So this is, of course, the opportunity for people to ensure that their weekend is cleared for the Sidewalk Festival, right?
That's why we're here early. We're doing here on a Monday, but usually here on Thursday or Friday. Monday is good.
But so let's talk about the evolution of the Street Art Festival, Karen. It started off with just a couple blocks, right?
Yeah.
And now it has grown into a very large activity for you guys.
This is our 6th year. We're doing things a bit different, you know. Every year we learn a little, and we change things around a bit. So this year we're having the food court in the park.
Okay.
Instead of that block between Church Street and whatever street that is, and because we're trying not to interfere with Wesley Church.
Okay.
Last year we had some problems with the youth stage being there. We had to delay our start.
Okay.
So you know we're trying to finish have the stage before Wesley Church. So you know we're juggling things a bit.
Yeah, these are your growing pains.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, you know, all segments are involved: the sidewalk chalk competition, the main stage, the youth stage, the food court. Of course, all the beautiful artists with their artwork and paintings and jewelry and all that in the vendor section. There's a kids zone. The kite workshop, which is always a big thing with the kids. So.
In time for March?
Yes, in time for March and all this nice weather, all this nice wind.
Now, Joseph, let's talk a little bit about the youth stage itself and what has been happening there and what will happen this year.
I think we continue to give youth a platform with the youth stage in terms of looking at theatre and integrating that into the festival. We started that 3 years ago with Yata and Restore Belize's collaboration, and making sure that we have a play every year to premiere at the Street Art Festival. We look at that particular area or that event as a key starter for the premiere of any of the social plays that we do, and so that's important for us. Also trying to get the young people to express themselves through rap and dance, and trying to continue that as a tradition, but trying to see how we can continue to encourage them to look at new ways of competing, new ways of having young people who are into rap, into dance, find ways how to express themselves in a more, I would say, in a much more positive environment. And because there are, when we're part of the youth stage, of course we have to look at making sure it's family oriented, and so we have to look at how we can center some of these art forms, but at the same time to.
Did you say censor and art together?
Right, especially when it comes to the music that they use. We have a rap battle, so we got to make sure it's friendly. We allow them to be as competitive.
You want to keep it a family event.
Exactly. We want to make sure that we're sensitive to who's out there. A lot of times, in most cases, everybody takes out the younger kids there to the competition. So we have that going on still.
And I think one of the things to recognize is that the youth stage is usually where the crowd is at for once the youth stage gets initiated. So what are some of the activities that you have found that people really gravitate to that you put on stage? We saw your what's it called again? The impromptu dance? Flash dance.
Oh, okay, the flash mob.
You did your flash mob. And you've done different forms of theater and things like that. What have you found that people are most interested in?
Definitely, I know people are always looking to see if we announced. For example, we have the Dream Team from PG this year. People want to see the Dream Team. People want to see the new groups from outside Belize City. I think they're accustomed to seeing Belize City groups, the dance groups now. And so when you mention with a group from PG, people flock to that.
Dream Team.
You know, the Dream Team from Punta Gorda.
They're
good.
Hip-hop,
They're good.
What kind
hip-hop, hip-hop and a little bit of comedy mixed into it. So I mean, it's a really creative group, and people want to see. You know, when you mention other groups from outside Belize City, they want to see that. You know, the theater is a huge thing. They want to see what Yata is going to bring this year again. They want to see what angle we're going to come from. This year we're doing a new play called Deaf Chorus, and we're hoping that begins to shed some light on gun violence in Belize as it affects young people. So that's a huge one for us because I think we've always had these issues of violence in Belize and talking about how that affects young people, but we've never looked at what some symbolism behind the gun and what that means to young people having a gun and how much of a problem that is in our society. And so we're hoping that Deaf Chorus speaks to young people on a national scale.
And the rap battle too?
And the rap competition, that's a huge thing for
it's
people
in
who are...
Cypher.
Yeah, it's in Cypher, and I have to say censored because no one in Cypher is Cypher is not, but we want to encourage a friendly, right, right, because I always say, you can be creatively dangerous, you can really do that, you know, you could be on the edge and still be really, really good, and so we try to tell the rappers, hey, you know, make sure to know what's going on.
Something might slip anyway.
No, it's we have to do that with television too, because you have to know that you have to respect the audience that is there. You also have dance competitions and things like that as well?
Well, we have, because we have groups from out districts that are new to dancing, most of the time they would prefer friendly engagement, which means that they prefer to perform as opposed to compete because they respect the city boys. They know how long they've been around, and girls. They know how they've been around for a long time, and so sometimes they prefer just have friendly engagement. Can we just perform? But we want to encourage them to compete. But sometimes it doesn't really work out as I plan.
And you have to take into consideration too that this is perhaps for a lot of them the biggest stage, not only in size, but in terms of the
exposure,
audience that they perform
definitely.
for. So that's critical for them and their development.
Because that can be intimidating as well.
Maybe we'll look at a competition maybe for dance or something like that. Put it on that platform.
Giving them some chance to compete before a huge stage.
Now, Brigada, one of the favorites remains the sidewalk chalk competition. What's the plan for this year?
Well, this year we have registered so far 20 boxes, but they're groups. This year people are coming in groups. Not everyone is brave enough to do it on their own, and I don't blame them. It's a lot of work. The first year I did it, and I didn't expect it to be so much work. It was hot. We weren't really completely prepared at one point. We took off our socks so we could smudge the chalk because the heat and the pavement was getting to us. But it's really fun, but it's a lot of hard work drawing on the street. And we have different ages. We have from 12 to 14, we have 10 groups. 5 from 7 to 15. And 5 artists, they are taking it on their own. And they've built a little competition among themselves. They want to see who's going to win, and that's going to be exciting because they are preparing and they've thought a lot about it.
So is it thematic in its approach, or it's open?
It's very open. I don't think it's fair to restrict or have a theme because everyone thinks differently. So it's like you have a nice range of ideas. And the judges, we have Patrick Perfeet, tattoo artist, Gianni Martinez, she did Hubert de Hicate, and we also have Rashid Palazzo, who is one of the visual editors of Buffo. So we have really good eyes out there to judge this competition.
How much time do they have to complete their artwork?
They have until, when they come, it's like they have an hour to sketch, and after that hour they have until like 5 o'clock, 1 o'clock to like 5 o'clock to finish their piece. So they have enough time.
5 hours.
And is there anything where they have to submit something prior to actually?
With the registration form, they are asked to send us sketches so we have an idea of what's being done.
So there's no cheating off somebody else's sketch?
No.
Okay.
It can't evolve.
Well, it's that,
but we have an idea.
Yeah. Because if you're inspired to add something extra here or there, and they're open to that, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is something that is growing in terms of people who want to participate, in terms of booths, etc. So let's talk a little bit about that. Are there spaces still available for people to I know the food court is going to be huge because you go there and you have a bit of
Wide variety of-
everything.
yes, yeah. We still have a couple more spaces, not a lot. Like I know maybe by the time I get to work it will be gone. But we have extended the number of booths, especially the vendors booth in the artist section. The food court is basically, I think, almost 20 booths that we have in that area. And that's almost gone as well. But yeah, you know, we have definitely more interest and a wider variety of stuff. Like, for example, somebody came with body scrubs, hand scrubs, foot scrubs, that sort of thing that they will have samples and they will have for sale. Soaps, you know, all made in Belize, jewelry. Of course, there's always the painting. We have one of our persons who is here every year, Mr. Escalante, with his pictures, photographs. So, I mean, you know, and we have newcomers. Like we have depiction paintings, the guy from Belmopan, what's his name? He's coming back this year, and I think he's going to be doing some live art.
I was going to ask about the live art. I know that's always fascinating to watch. We've seen everything from sculptures to body paint to actual paintings.
Yes.
What's in store? Who's indicating that they'll be doing live art?
We have a couple of people who have indicated that they're going to be doing live art. A young guy from Inspirati Art. What's his name? Very young. Yes, he does charcoal, pencil and charcoal art.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has posted.
So people
some
might be
videos
able to get a portrait done out there if that's the case.
Exactly,
Nice.
exactly. And coming back, we have this year is, you know, people have been asking the sawdust art carpet. So that's coming back this year from Benke.
The alfombras.
Yes.
And the tattoos?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
tattoo artists out there as well. So, you know, it's a wide variety of
And
stuff. Something.
Do we have main stage and who will be featured there?
Main stage. We have a reggae band from Mexico. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce their name, courtesy of the Mexican Embassy. And the headliner will be the original Turtle Shell Band.
Nice.
And Caetano. Yes.
Nice. So you have your main stage. When does that kick off?
That kicks off at 6 p.m.
Okay.
We have the dancers from Teatro de la Danza del Caribe from Cuba. They'll be performing, the Belize National Dance Company. We have some other dance groups that will be performing. We have Jael and Alex, the Pandemonium Steel Pan, a wide variety of artists performing. So there will not be a dull moment.
And it starts at what time?
It starts at 2 p.m. and it goes until 10. So, but of course, you know, we start setting up at 7. People are out there, you know, watching. You know, some people actually come out and help. So, you know, and the food court is always ready before midday. So, come on out and get your lunch.
Yeah.
And you know, people come out, get their lunch, they go back home, and they come back out in the evening. Just chill out.
Come and stay.
Exactly.
Well, any other features of note?
The kids zone is usually very interesting. We have the puppets this year, and of course the kite workshop, which, as I said, is always very popular with the kids.
And face
That's
painting.
being manned
There
by
has to be
the
face painting.
yes, face painting. Definitely, we have more than one person doing face painting.
It's one of the longest lines in the kids zone.
Exactly, exactly. So I think we have 3 different booths, so you know,
Okay.
they can share up themselves.
And will you have the return of henna, tattoos, etc.?
Yes, that is also on the
I
street.
think that was
vendors.
quite popular for
Yes.
people who
There's one
are
booth with the
thinking
henna.
about it.
Getting a tattoo, yeah.
Yeah.
You could play
Perfect
before you
solution.
actually get the real thing. Yeah. So, you know, it's very wide, spread across, and there's something for everyone. So come on out and come party with us.
This Saturday in Belize City. So if you're not from Belize City, make your plans for this Saturday. And if you are from here, clear up the time in the afternoon, right?
Definitely.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us and giving us a preview of what we can expect. And I'm very sure that you will be overwhelmed with people coming in and taking advantage of the work that you've put in setting this up, right?
Putting the art in party.
Yes, that's it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap for today. Remember, if you have any concerns or comments that you'd like to send our way, don't hesitate to drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com, William_oye@channel5belize.com.
And you can drop me a line at marlene_oye@channel5belize.com. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to be out for the rest of the week, so you're solo again, William. But of course, you can still tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 when you open your eyes to start your morning right. Have a great day.